Am I audible, Ji? Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, dear Prasanna Ji, who makes the brains fertile always. And Dr. Dubalji, madam, for the wonderful and ever-loving and sweet evening one for me. And I am Sreedharn Parokode, who lives in Calicut, near Calicut, in Malappuram district, and wrote 30 books, 30, and some songs for animation film and competition songs also. At the very first moment, I can say that I have written 2 plays for staging. That is Kannadi, means mirror, and Griha Pravesham, housework. And I have my experience in the country for recitation and abroad also. And I am going to say about there are certain questions in this item that what is the necessity? Why do you write poetry? This is the first question. This is a vast question, I think. Before telling anything about poetry or writing poetry, I can say that what is poetry after all? And poetry is the emotions and feelings which overflows. We can say that. And beauty and intensity of emotions are considered to be 2 elements of poetry. The 2 elements are hidden in each and every poem, and at the very particular moment in literature expressing the feelings. Poetry is the expressing the feelings. Actually, I write to convey my feelings in
So turn on mic, please.
am I audible now? Okay. And why do you write poetry is a vast question. So we can see that it's a simple question, but it's a vast question and it needs more answers. And before going, what is the answer to that question? We can say that we must write something on the scenes we have seen or the words we heard. So emotions, feelings, thoughts, and such things are to be in our mind. And for that elaboration, that elucidation of that things, we write poetry. And I am.
So turn on your again. It gone.
Is it clear now? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So the the purpose of writing will have its definitions and its aims also. One writes because in order to convey our ideas, convey our feelings, our emotions. That's why. Likewise, in my poem appeared in Slum Flowers. In Slum Flowers is one of my books, and it goes like that. Slum Flowers. This book, the first one is that a small poem, Expectations. Expectation is the poem I just read, being unable to overcome the pains of leveling, baby metals are looking at the road. Being unable to overcome the pain of leveling, baby metals are looking at the road. What does it mean? I can say that the pains of leveling baby metals are looking for the mercy of the road roller. Road roller is giant. I cannot say that what will be the attitude of that road roller. Was this baby metals? Baby metals are crushed sometimes. So baby metals are so, and at the same time it was like that. And two, what is another one? It's the same book, Sunflowers. Two what? Bracelets are in locker, chains in shelf, cash in chest, feet are on dust hot, walking and walking as there is no cool place to put it. And we have everything. We have everything. And we are searching for everything. But no calmness in our mind. We cannot say for sure that we are pacified with a pacified mind also. So, some flowers is the book. It was the, like that. It is published by APH Publishing Corporation, New Delhi. In next poem, I can say that a child in the poem Nelson Mandela. This another anthology. Nelson Mandela as a child say, as a child. A girl in front of the gate in mild voice requested, give me something, or I didn't have anything for last 2 days. A girl in front of the gate in mild voice requested, give me something, for I didn't have anything for the last 2 days. A smile was bloomed when she entered the kitchen. A smile was bloomed on her face when she entered the kitchen, when she was allowed to enter the kitchen. That's Nelson Mandela's one of the poems in Nelson Mandela's system. And another book is called Weeping Womb. Weeping Womb is my first book, and it says that weeping soul. Just read. When I woke up, I was startled. Heap of weapons, piles of sharpened knives, loaded pistols, unwrapped parcels with different gloves next to my nose. When I woke up, I was startled. Heap of weapons, piles of sharpened knives, loaded pistols, and wrapped parcels with different gloves next to my nose. Shock of the sight turned me left. There I have the sight of scattered books, shattered legends, and plaintive chapels withered snacks on. A loud scream made me mute. A loud scream made me mute. The charred face shrank me further. My unveiled eyes witnessed the incredible vision. My unveiled eyes witnessed the incredible vision. On an unheaded body with a water pot held tight on the breast with a milk bottle in other hand and some small black bangles in her lap, still in search of, still in search. The poem Weeping, the Weeping Moon. So another one from this book, Discipline. A short one is taken from Weeping, this book, Discipline. Self-disciplined cat would never go out during load shedding. Self-disciplined cat would never go out during load shedding. This are poems taken from Weeping Book. And I can say that there is another book. Don't mum, please. Don't mum, please. And it is Unity, a very small poem. Unity. One tongue, teeth, and gum live together for a perfect smile on the face. One CAN apostrophe S T. One tongue, teeth, and gum live together for a perfect smile on the face. Another one, intimacy. Intimacy. Shall I come to thee? Asked the priest. Shall I come to thee? Asked the priest. By all means, Leaves replied. By all means, Leaves replied. With it, they started dancing arm in arm. With this, they started dancing arm in arm. Stars then started closing eyes. Stars then started closing eyes. So the poem taken from John Mum, please. And as you mentioned in Malayalam and English, both are my languages, and I can say that this is a poem taken from my book Karutta Paattu. Karutta Paattu means a black song. Changadiyoda. Changadiyoda means to the friend. To the friend. Yes, it's in Malayalam and ഉയരമെത്തിയെന്നാകിലും ഭൂമിയിൽ ഉമ്മ വച്ചു പറക്കുന്ന കൂട്ടരെ കിളികളെ മലനാടിൻ ദുരിതങ്ങൾ അറിയുമെങ്കിലും കൈവിട്ടു പോകല്ലേ. കിളികളല്ലോ മറക്കാത്ത കൂട്ടുകാർ, പരിഭവങ്ങളിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കാത്തവർ, പുകയകറ്റുന്നൊരുള്ളിൻ വെളിച്ചത്തെ അരുമയായി മണിത്തൂവലാൽ വീശുവോർ, അധിക ദുർമോഹം കൂട്ടിവെക്കാത്തവർ, തട്ടി വീഴ്ത്താതിരിപ്പവർ, കനവുവറ്റി കരിന്തിരിയായിടും പ്രണയദീപത്തിനെണ്ണയാകുന്നവർ, മനമുണങ്ങാൻ മനസ്സിന്റെ പാട്ടുകൾ മതിവരും പാടിത്തരുന്നവർ, കറയൊലിക്കാത്ത വാക്കിൻ കുലകളെ കരളിലിട്ടു വറുക്കാതിരിപ്പവർ, വെയിലു പൊള്ളിച്ച നേരത്ത് കൊമ്പിന്റെ തണലു നൽകി കുശലം പറയുവോർ, മതിലു കെട്ടാത്തൊരാകാശമത്രയും കരളിലേക്കു മടക്കി തരുന്നവർ, നാളേക്കായിട്ടെടുത്തു വെക്കാത്തവർ, നല്ലതൊന്നും തടഞ്ഞു വെക്കാത്തവർ, കതിരു കണ്ടു വിരുന്നു പോകാത്തവർ, കതിരു കണ്ടു വിരുന്നു പോകാത്തവർ, പതിരുകാട്ടി വിളിച്ചുണർത്തത്തവർ, കൊക്കിളക്കാൻ പഠിച്ച നാൾ തൊട്ടിന്നും ഒറ്റിനായി പണിയെടുക്കുന്നവർ, ലോലമാകുന്ന മഞ്ഞിൻ കണികയിൽ ലോകമൊന്നായി കണ്ടു നടപ്പവർ, കള്ളറകളിൽ വെള്ളച്ചിരികളെ ഉള്ളിലൊട്ടു മുൾപ്പിച്ചിടത്തവർ, പ്രിയങ്ങൾ ഉറന്നു വരുന്നത് എന്തിനെന്നോർത്തു തമ്മിൽ കുറുകിയോർ, മൗനമല്ലോ മനുഷ്യനു ഭൂഷണം, മൗനമായിട്ടുറക്കെ പറയുവോർ, ഉള്ളിലുള്ള വ്രണങ്ങൾ ഉണങ്ങുവാൻ ഉള്ളൊരുകി ഉറക്കമൊഴിപ്പവർ, അന്നുമിന്നും മനുഷ്യനു മാതൃക നിങ്ങളല്ലോ ചിറകുള്ള കൂട്ടരെ, പാടുക സ്വയം പക്ഷം വിടർത്തി നീ ആടുക, നിന്റെ ഗാനം ജയിക്കട്ടെ. This friend is bird. Bird. Bird will fly up and it looks down. That's poem to the friend. Another one is another poem. No, noble seed. It says of Arabindo's poems. Sri Arabindo's poems. The tiger and the deer is at an arm's vision. Beauty of illustration widen the mission. Truth with the tranquility at your words to travel from heart to heart with a build-up source. Spirituality in human embrace love, atmosphere of spontaneity compelled to live. Calculations do not go awry as they move. Coexistence of mankind may everything above. Loneliness paves the ways pure. Loveliness gives the innocence maximum cure. Alas, one sees the element of faith in words, glittering, each ushered in different moods. Who can predict the paths are soft? Who can count the palpitations right? Appetite created cannot destroy the creator. Amplifier cannot make mute the writer. Being a reader, enjoy the narrative skill. Being a writer, enthusiastic to see the will. Bearing in mind with a golden cap, carrying the voice with a nationalist. Oh, in Nobel's by editor Aruna Sri Medipalli. And Science of Dream is my another book, Science of Dream. And it says that the fire of words in this poem, there is fire in the soul, fire of desire to think, work, help, and heed, with which the giver and taker understand each other, what one has and what one has not. Necessity of cooperation, correlation, and comprehensiveness. Faithfulness in fraternity and unfailing emotions. Achievements bow their heads before sincerity and sympathy for the tongueless with the golden touch of unfathomed and ardent love. And ardent love. This the poem titled The Fire of Goodness. And Pathfinder. Pathfinder is the poem from the same book. Ways cannot be made available by mere waiting. Ways cannot be made available by mere waiting. It is paved by way of walking, walking, and walking. With the sole view to leave some prints along with competition is for the common man, where rules and regulations may rule. But the self-disciplined is excluded from it. No confrontation between the right and left legs. They form part of progress as wish easy going together. And there will be no confrontation between right and left legs. They form part of progress as wish easy going together. And my book Mahatma Gandhi is a poem from it. House loan. House loan. Thoughts of the loans have taken away all the dreams and even sleep. Thoughts of the loans have taken away all the dreams and even sleep. A small poem from this book. Another poem. The book is titled as poems. Yeah. So a poem from this. Dustbins. Dustbins. This book is also published by APH Publishing Corporation, New Delhi. Dustbins. While the thirsty people search for primary needs, filled bellies abandon their cries. Hungry leaves dance before the scattered audience. In the street for the turn, old searches for a neck prepared for marriage. Cash calculate the doings of the cunning manipulations, and laborer seeks work with wages. When the dustbins with arrow marked are filled, when the dustbins with arrow marks are filled with the leftover, witnessing the kids bargaining and dogs for their shares. Witnessing the kids bargaining and dogs for their share. This is the poem. And no, another poem from this poem. Is there anything in the world? The title of the poem is No. Is there anything in the world to say in firm that this is mine and I can keep it? I is a truth as war. We is mere assumption. We within single inverted commas. We is mere assumption and is fully formed when I can join you. That too is great. That too is great. And Lost Love is another short poem. Lost Love. When I hired a laptop, I lost the lap permanently. Besides, in order to have a thorough search, so I wish I also have time. When I hired a laptop, I lost the lap permanently. Besides, in order to have a thorough search, though I wish I also have time. So, this is a poem. Priceless pen. Priceless pen. The pen sees the entire scenes. The pen sees the entire scenes in and around and divulge in an accurate way. Additions may allure and deletions likely to reduce its intensity. The poverty of the pen is so hard until it enjoys a happy note of the situation. It won't allow to move forward, pacifying the distorted relationship only but seeks assistance from the like-minded for wiping out tears or only from the mere desire of the ink is to curb burden if sufferings only to curb the sufferings, to curb the volume of sufferings of the fellow beings. This is the intention of the poet. What's the main aim behind the writing? This means this is the small answer. And there is another question. Yes, what are the subjects? What are the topics for your writing? Something like that, I think. And I can say very easily that anything under the sky can be taken as the subject for the topic. And human sufferings and the atrocities towards women and child labor and poverty-stricken people and the marginalized and avoided and segregated, separated, and all these people are my subjects. And Doshali anthology poet, I don't know. 5 minutes more, I think. Yeah. Ragged, the ragged cage. Ragged cage is Doshali anthology of poetry 2024. The bird I saw was sitting on the branch of a tree, chirping alone in the morning, fearing the shadow of the axe in front of it. it changed the tune of the song into a pathetic note. The woodcutter stood as if nothing had happened and continued to sharpen its blade. Was the change of the tune an appeal to him, or was it the last stanza of her song he sang? Then it flew away, stopping the song. Then it flew away, stopping the song. Now I remember that one of my Malayalam poems is here. തൊട്ടിയിൽ കണ്ണും നട്ടിട്ടേറെ നേരമായി കാക്ക കഷ്ടം ഈ തുറുമ്പുള്ള കപ്പിയിരിക്കുന്നു ആരും ആ വഴി വന്നില്ല അയ്യോ പിന്നീടേതോ ദൂരദേശത്തേക്കതു പറന്നു പോയി പാവം കുടിച്ചോ വെള്ളം കുടിച്ചോ വെള്ളം തിരിച്ചറിയാനില്ല നേരം എനിക്കും തനിക്കും ഈ Malayalam poems. And writers, editors, critics. This is an international biannual refereed journal of English language. And my poem, The Big Letter. The Big Letter is going like this. Life is really a tale, but many a man would not see the characters peeping into, for describing the vividness of situations. The big letter, defining it well and giving apt approval for life's play, through its versatility to interpret the minutest things in life, attained a unique status. He narrated the entire episodes with utmost inquisitiveness, coming the way of actions, finding possibilities of profound projects for humanity, alphabets alarmingly powdered and Jayanta Mahapatra is remembered, taking into account the supreme value to give charm to life and it disintegrates. That time is over. And thank you, Prasanna ji and Rupali madam. And it's a nice occasion and opportunity given to me. And what can I say? I do not know except